Good evening, student. Welcome to today class. Today we will discuss teaching activity. In today lecture, we will cover definition of teaching, objective of method of teaching, classification of method of teaching, characteristics of method of teaching, principles of teaching, qualities of good teaching, maximus of teaching in education, qualities of a good teacher. Today we will cover all this topic in our lecture. After our lecture, we will solve some MCQs related to our today topic. First, we will discuss what is teaching. Teaching is a science as well as art. For effective teaching, teacher has to follow some specific principle based on certain pieces knowledge. In this sense, teaching is science. In order to teach effectively, teacher has to adopt varied circumstances by using different techniques. Teacher has to develop or cultivate his or her own style of teaching in order to become an efficient teacher. Now we will discuss some definition of teaching. First, we will discuss Proton definition. Teaching method is a stimulation, guidance, direction, and encouragement for learning. Second definition, Newcomb and Simpson. Teaching is the means whereby the society trains the young in a specific or selected environment to adjust themselves to the world in which they live as quickly as possible. Splendor definition of teaching. Teaching is an interaction process. Interaction means participation of the both teacher and student, and both get benefit by this. The interaction take place for achieving desired objectives. Objective of teaching. First objective of teaching is aim to develop love for work. Inculcate the desire to the work with maximum efficiency, which one is capable of. Develop the capacity of clear thinking. Next objective of teaching, provide adequate opportunities for participation. Expand student interest. Provide opportunities to pupils to play practically the knowledge and skills. Next objective of teaching is they should adapt to the 3 years age, ability, aptitude of the student, general support of the profession, teamwork, and a sense of security. Mastery of the subject matter, the first and most important objective of the teaching, mastery of the subject. Provision for a good library and teaching learning material. Role of teacher training institutes, corporation, of the parents. These are the objective of the teaching. Now we will discuss method of teaching. Uh, First method of teaching is inspirational method. Inspirational method based on high activity on the part of the teacher. Uh, for example, stimulation and micro teaching. Next method of teaching is expository method. Expository method cognitive emphasis is high, uh, while student activity and emphasis on experiences is low. For example, lecture method. Because in lecture method, only teacher, uh, all activities goes around to the teacher, and student are passive in lecture method. So emphasizes on experiences low in lecture method. Next method of teaching, natural learning method. Learning take place in a natural way. For example, field trip, or we can say Saraswati Yatraएं. Next method of teaching is individualized method. Individualized method main emphasis is for the each learner to earn at his own place. For example, program instruction, self-study, case method, and computer-oriented instructions. Next is group method. For example, project method, socialized classroom method. In group method, student working on a group, or role play is also group method because they work in the group. Encounter method. Next method of teaching is encounter method. Providing experience through comfort nation, or through encounter effective of change in basic behavior pattern and developing new way of looking at the thing. For example, role play and stimulation. uh, discovery method. These methods are high on all demands like learner activity, experiences, and experimentation by learning and cognitive understanding. Uh, for example, problem solving technique. Characteristics of teaching method. Imparting knowledge in an efficient manner. Inculcate desirable value and proper attitude and habit of work in the student. Create a genuine attachment to work and desire to it as efficiently, honestly, and thoroughly as possible. The principle of verbalism and memorization activity and project method should be assimilated in school practice. Next characteristics of teaching method of teaching provide opportunities for a student to learn actively and to apply practically the knowledge that they have acquired in the classroom. Clear thinking and clear expressions, both in speech and writing, has to take place. Train the learner in technique of the study method of acquiring knowledge through personal efforts and initiate, initiatives. Next characteristic of teaching, a well thought out attempt should be made to adapt a method of instructions in order to benefit all categories of a student. Opportunity of the student should be provided to work in a group and to carry out project and activity to develop in them the qualities necessary for group life and for the corporation work. These are the main characteristics of teaching. Now we will discuss principles of teaching. Principles of motivation. The best teacher who one inspires the teachers. The human mind is like a prepared fruit and it work only when it's open. So Through teaching, teacher should try to unleash the talent of the student by motivating them. Principle of activity. They should also participate in various activities along with student, like discussion or conducting research. Teacher must provide various types of activities such as assignment or project to enhance creative skills of students. Teacher should arouse interest in a student. To student prospective, teacher has to elect interest by adopting suitable method like telling a story, setting an example, or by asking questions. For example, when teaching moist heat sterilization, teacher can elect interest of a student by advising them to take idli for breakfast while traveling, not only because uh, idli is the combination of pulses and cereals, but also it is prepared in a steam. For moist heat, which is considered as one of the best method of the sterilization. There should be well-defined objective. If you are planning to take classes on lecture method, the following objective will be served. The purpose after attending the class, student will acquire knowledge regarding the practice of the lecture method. Principle of individual differences. Good teaching always respect the individuality of a student by considering each student as unique individual. Teacher can pay attention to the individual difference. As we know in our class, student have different types of quality, different types of interest, different types of attitude. So according to the our student respect each student unique individual. Principle of creativity and applying. Creativity teacher can convert a passive teaching learning situation into active one. Through creativity, teacher can use student natural motivation to learn, and his will turn convert a usually teacher center classroom into more desirable learner center classroom. Principle of selection. Teacher should select an appropriate content, teaching method, media of instructions, audiovisual aids, textbooks, and journal article for teaching a particular subject matter in order to make teaching more meaningful and comprehensible to student. Principle of division. Particular teaching activity should have definite division based on the valid reason. Teacher should be aware about the division on the present content to the student in the well-organized step. Teacher has to divide the content into clear-cut division like definition, classification, etiology, uh, pathology, clinical features, investigation, 9 of management, complications, and uh, prognosis and nursing management, and teach each division thoroughly before uh, proceeding to the next by giving adequate weightage to the nursing management. Principle of revision and practice. During a teaching session, teacher has to revise in the middle and in the end. Revising of summarizing the content in the end of teaching and session is called recapitulation. In addition to recapitulation, the teacher has to motivate to the student to practice the learned lesson periodically to enhance easy recollection. Principle of correlation. Correlation, the function of teaching is to share knowledge, development of understanding and skills. While teaching, teacher has to take care of the transfer of knowledge will not remain segregated and as far as correlate with previous or related knowledge. Principle of connecting with life. Relationship between the life and education is proved undoubtedly teaching as the integral part of education. So all the teaching activities are connected with life. For instance, the maximum attention span of human being at the stretch is 40 to 45 minutes. And based on this fact, usually a teaching session is planned for 45 minutes. Qualities of good teacher or teaching, because quality of good teaching comes from the teacher, so we can say qualities of good teacher, qualities of good teaching. Good teaching recognize individual difference. First quality of good teaching. Good teaching causes to learn. Good teaching provide opportunities for activity. Good teaching involves in guiding and learning. Good teaching is kindly and sympathetic. Next quality of good teaching is good teaching reduce distance between teacher and learner. Good teaching is flexible according to the need and demand and situation. So good teaching is flexible. Good teaching incorporate corporativeness and suggestiveness. Good teaching is democratic. Good teaching is democratic in nature. Good teaching provide desirable and selective information. Good teaching help the client to adjust himself in the environment. Next, characteristics of good teaching. Good teaching is progressive. Good teaching always consider the level of the student. Good teaching lead to emotional stability. Good teaching is stimulating. Good teaching should be on the basis of previous knowledge of the student. Good teaching is carefully planned in the advance. So these are the main characteristics of good teaching. Now we will discuss maxims of teaching, known to unknown. The teacher has to correlate the learning of the student with their experiences and the previous knowledge. Teacher has to start with something which is known to the student and then proceed to unknown. For example, a teacher is teaching English to the children and he is to teach the word water. He reminds them the Kashmiri word ab, which they already know, and then tells them that is English, we say water. This way of teaching help the learner to understand things fully. This way of teaching become definite, clear, and more truthful. Simple to complex. It is always better to teach more simple lesson first than complex. For example, in mathematics, we first present the idea of plus, minus, multiplication, and then division. When the child gets admitted to 9th and 10th class, we introduce algebra, algorithm, geometric, etc. As he produce further, the become familiar with the complex material like matrices, integration, etc. Concrete to abstract. Concrete things are solid things. They can be touched with five senses, but abstract things can be only imagined. On the other hand, if we teach the student with the help of concrete object, they will never forget the subject matter. For example, when we teach the solar system, we first visualize the sun through our senses and give them the concept of eight planets, uh, galaxies, and meteorites, etc. Through this process, the learner understands the material uh, more easily. Some power of imagination also develop in them. Analysis of synthesis. Analysis means breaking a problem into its convenient parts, while synthesize means grouping of these separated part into one complete whole. A complex problem can be made simple and easy by dividing into different parts. For example, while teaching digestive system, we should first analyze the different part of digestive system one by one and then give the synthetic view of it. Hence, a good teacher always produce from analysis to synthesizes. Particular to journal. While teaching, the teacher should first of all take particular statements and then on the basis of those particular cases, generalization should be made. Suppose the teacher is teaching continuous tense while teaching English. He should first of all give few example and then on the basis of those make generalize the this tense is to use to denote an action that is going on at the time of speaking. Hence, a teacher should proceed from particular to general. Empirical to rational. Empirical knowledge is gained through observation and experiences. Rational knowledge is built upon scientific basis is more dignified than the empirical knowledge. For example, suppose the student are to be taught what water boil on heating. They should first be made to heat the water and seen it boiling. Then the teacher should explain that when the water is heated, the molecules gain kinetic energy, and there is thermal uh, agitations of the molecules which make the water boil. Inductive to deductive deduction. Induction means drawing a conclusion from a set of example, whereas deduction is its opposite. The teacher should reduce from induction to deduction. Psychologist to logical. While teaching, the teacher should first keep in mind the interest, aptitude, capacity, development, each level, etc. of the children during selection of the subject matter, and then on its logical management. Actual to representative for teaching excellently, actual objects should be shown to the children as far as possible. It gives the concrete learning, which means is more desirable. Representative things in the form of picture, models, etc. should be used for the grown-ups or the senior who are already familiar with the actual objects. Near to far, every child is able to learn well in the surrounding to which he belongs. So the child should be accounted fully with his immediate environment. Gradually, he may be taught about those things which are far from his immediate environment. This principle is kept in view will smoothen the teaching learning process considerably. Whole to part. Uh, whole is meaningful to student. The whole approaches help the student to understand the relationship between the different part, and resulting correlation make learning easier and meaningful. For example, the teacher, while teaching the pollination in plant, he should first take the flower, then analyze into different parts and give detailed information about each and every part. Definite to indefinite. Uh, in teaching, definite things should be taught first because learner can easily have faith in them. Then afterward, he should give the knowledge of indefinite things. Qualities of good teacher. First qualities of good teacher is friendliness. The most important characteristics of a good teacher can have is to be friendly with his student. It is a pull of his student can share their problem with him without being afraid or hesitate. Next characteristics of good teacher is good personality. A good teacher has a very good personality. Students always get attracted to the teachers with good personality, which leads to better communication, understanding, and ultimately good result. Everyone can have a good, decent, likable, and presentable personality. Just dress sensible, well, uh, smell good, uh, and be a little gentle and kind. Deep knowledge and uh, great education. Another important characteristics of a good teacher is his knowledge and own education. There is a saying that a teacher is only as good as his knowledge is. After all, he is doing a teacher job, which is to teach. If he himself lack in the knowledge of certain subject that he teaches, he is never going to make a name for himself. A good communicator. One of the very important characteristics of a good teacher is his communication skill. He should be a very good speaker. This characteristics will provide benefit in several ways. For example, if his communication skills are good, he can uh, convey his lecture with better scale and result. If he is good speaker, his class strength increasable automatically. People love to hear a person who he can speak well enough. Next characteristics of good teacher is good listener. Apart from being a good communicator, a good teacher should be also have the characteristics of being an even better listener. If speaking is silver, then listening is gold. A good listener will always have many friends and fans. And when a good teacher develop his patience quality in him, he start to become a great teacher. Next characteristics of good teacher, a good sense of humor. So a good teacher is one who can keep up his sense of humor and with his strong communication skills and personality can also maintain the discipline of the class. Next characteristics of good teacher, kindness. The last but obviously one of the most important characteristics to have in his boxes of quality, he should be a gentle, kind person. The student should love him, and when they do love him, they idolize him. These are the references of our today class. You should go through for further more detailed knowledge of our today lecture. Now time for MCQs. First MCQs, teaching is a option A, science, option B, art, option C, science and art, option D, none. Correct answer is option 3, science and art. Teaching is a science and art. Next MCQs, who said that teaching method is stimulation, guidance, direction and encouragement of for learning? Option A, Bruton, option B, Yoakum and Simpson, option C, Flender, option D, none. Correct answer is Bruton. Bruton give this definition of teaching. Next MCQs, who said that teaching is an interaction process? Interaction means participation of the both teacher and student, and both get benefited by this. The interaction take place for the achieving desired objectives. Option A, Bruton, option C, Yoakum and Simpson, option C, Flender, or option D, none of the above. Correct answer is option C, Flender. Flender give this definition of teaching. Next MCQs, objective of teaching are option A, expand student interest, option B, provide opportunity to pupils to apply particularly the knowledge and skills, option C, develop the capacity of clear thinking, option D, all of the above. So correct answer is option D, all the above, all three objective of the teaching A, B and C. Next MCQs, qualities of good teacher are a good sense of humor, option A, option B, kindness, option C, a good listener, option D, all the above. So all the three qualities of the good teacher, good sense of humor, kindness and good listen. So correct answer is option D. Thank you student. Have a good day.